brilliant moments are underwritten by thousands of people, right? By your fellow actors, by the crew, by the director. You want to do a great scene with bad lighting? That's not going to be on screen. You want to do a great scene where the focus puller, you're soft in frame on your close-up? It's never going to be there. And I think that when we spoke last week, and I made some comments that were a little difficult. That came from how much love and appreciation I have for the process of making film and television. I know how much goes into it. I know how much it fills people up. I also know how it puts food on the table for other people and for everyone that's involved in it. And man, I guess the biggest misconception is that it's a job, just like any other job. A fun job, it's just a job.
So when you're not at conventions or at the Masters or at baseball games, what do you like to do on your rare time off?
With my time off? Well, if I could be in Detroit for SummerSlam tonight, I would be.
How far is Detroit from here?
2-hour flight, I looked at it. Oh man, my favorite thing right now is being a dad. My son has just started. He's just started laughing, and he part of me, guys. With parents, get ready. He laughs when he takes a shit, and then I look at him. You say who does it? Okay. And I look at him, and my wife did this, and it was the thing that I discovered when I got home this week. Look at him after he does it, and you go, you, and he goes. So I love being a dad right now. My daughter's going into 4th grade. She starts school a week from Monday. Nobody likes being on strike, and being on strike is not fun, although it's important. The ancillary benefit of that is that I get to be at home and do dad things, which is nice.
Do your kids realize how cool you are?
Come on. Yeah, no, I think my daughter thinks I'm cool. She's 9, so the clock is ticking. But my son's gonna think I'm cool until he's 40. Yeah.
40's the cutoff, then you're not cool anymore. Okay, you mentioned SummerSlam. I have a couple questions about music. Do you have a favorite wrestling theme song?
Favorite wrestling theme song? Real American.
Yeah, we're Hulk Hogan.
I played, when I got my American citizenship, which happened this past August, it was at Dodger Stadium. I didn't realize that I could have had a VIP chair. Didn't ask. When I saw that they were tweeting that I was getting my citizenship, I was like, damn it, I could have gotten a VIP chair. Because I got there at 7 a.m., it was 88 degrees in Los Angeles, we were sitting in center field in Dodger Stadium, and I sat down. I got there at 6:45, and I sat down at 7 a.m., and they said, okay, please keep your seats. And we were excited to begin the ceremony at 10.
What?
I was wearing a flannel shirt, like a stupid Canadian, and I had to sit there. I forgot the original part of this question.
Wherever you're going.
Okay, all right, okay. No, Hulk Hogan, yeah. And after becoming an American citizen, I got in my car, and I played Real American by Hulk Hogan. And I started to cry. I want to be able to vote. I'm very proud to be an American citizen. Dual citizen. I'm still.
So outside of Hulk Hogan, what's the best concert you've ever been to?
The best concert that I've ever been to? I was front row side stage for a Dave Matthews concert, and it was a Christmas concert, and they played a bunch of slow jams, and I was able to put my feet up. This was also before cannabis was federally legal, but man, oh man, the entire arena was hotboxed, And I just sat there eating M&Ms and drinking Diet Coke, watching Dave Matthews. That's number one. Number two, I saw Damien Rice play at Massey Hall in Toronto, and that was just a phenomenal concert. And then last but not least, I saw Explosions in the Sky. You know, do you watch Friday Night Lights?
I've seen it.
Okay, you know the guitar that plays in the back?
That's
Explosions in the Sky.
Sky.
They played a concert at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Although I might have.
What?
Weed was legal then, and I might have done a bit too much. Because they came on, they said, "Hey, we want to wake up the ghosts," and I went, "No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't."
Ghosts were there. Okay. Obviously, you do a lot of these conventions, and we get to meet you. But who is someone that you'd like to meet?
Well, I met Henry Winkler earlier.
So
He
lovely.
came over and said, like, "You're a great actor," and I went. I've always wanted to meet Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. I look up to that guy. Yeah, very much.
He's so brave. How he flies in all those planes and stuff. That freaks me out. No.
What is? Look, if we want to resolve the strike, Tom Cruise.
Okay.
Okay, just get him involved.
I'm with you.
Could we solve it in like a day? Probably.
With Tom
I'd hope so.
Let's get Tom Cruise on the line. Are you into any of those like extreme things? Like, have you ever bungee jumped or skydived or swam with the sharks?
You know what? I surprised my wife with bungee jumping, and then I almost chickened out.
But you did it.
I did it. And there's a great photo of us afterwards where she's got this euphoric look on her face, and I'm literally nestled into her armpit. I used to be the guy that would want to jump out of planes. And I've become incredibly risk averse since I became a dad. And I think that that's getting in touch with your own mortality, maybe. But I want to be there for my kids. And, you know, accidents happen and you can't control everything. And I'm certainly not like, you know, I'm not looking 8 times before I cross the street. But at the same time, I'm standing up and I'm about to bungee jump and I'm like, is this smart? Like, is this smart? Like, do I get a prize if I do this? What am I doing?
That's fair. But at least you did it, and now you can tell the tale.
I did it. Never again.
Okay.
Whoosh. Unless my daughter was like, "Dad, I want to go bungee jumping with you."
A nice bonding experience.
Then I'd do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the one time. Okay, fine. What was your first job before acting?
I was a vacuum salesman.
Yeah?
Traveling back. Yeah. What's up? What of it? Yeah. No. I was
Traveling.
yeah, like I went to people's houses, like cold call, sold vacuums.
It's so scary.
It's scary to talk about. Thank you for asking.
Did you sell a lot of vacuums?
I did.
That's great. Very, very cool. Okay. How about, once again, we get to meet you at a lot of these conventions. Is there any like memorable moments that maybe stand out to you? Is there a gift that maybe you've received that's most memorable?
No, I met somebody and they happen so often that it's really, really difficult to pinpoint one. I met someone today who came into my photo and said, you know, I watched the show that you were on and I was really inspired by it, and this person just graduated from film school. Yeah, that is amazing. That happens 4 or 5 times. Someone comes up and something that I did at a certain point helped them either overcome an obstacle or aspire to something, and that never, ever gets old. It's always really cool.